See the birds that are singing in the spring air. They're given everything they need. They don't worry where their next meal will come from. They don't worry about a thing. So just look around you and try to listen to the song creation sings. And don't you worry, 'cause you're in the hands of the God who made everything. See the flowers in their colorful beauty. They're dressed better than a king. They don't worry about what they should wear, no. They don't worry about a thing. So just look around you and try to listen to the song creation sings. And don't you worry, 'cause you're in the hands of the God who made everything. Because you're not a bird and you're not a flower. You don't have petals or wings. But there is good news, you're worth so much more to the God who made everything. So when you worry about today or tomorrow and the storms that they might bring, try to remember that you're in the hands of the God who made every single thing. Now just remember, you're not a bird and you're not a flower. You don't have petals or wings. There's good news, 'cause you're worth so much more to the God who made everything.
And a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3.
Sing a song to the Lord, go on and lift your voice. Sing a song to the Lord and make a joyful noise. Sing a song to the Lord, go on and lift your voice. La 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 la, and make a joyful noise. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, and make a joyful noise. Sing a song to the Lord, go on and clap your hands. Sing a song to the Lord, go stomp your feet and dance. Sing a song to the Lord, go on and clap your hands. La 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 la, go stomp your feet and dance. La 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 la, la 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 la. Good job.
Hi guys, I miss you. Hi, Mrs. Streeter's class. I hope you're all doing well. We just wanted to take you into our greenhouse. This is our sowing room where the seeds get sown into a little plug tray. So that's about the size of an average seed. That's an impatient seed. And then once we sow it into that plug tray, it takes about 4 to 5 weeks to be this big. And then it takes another 5 to 6 weeks for it to be this size to where it's got a bloom on it and we can ship it.
Let's learn about sowing seed.
Okay, so this is a plug tray. There's 512 cells in this plug tray. So that means we put 512 seeds in this one tray. So Reese's Aunt Ange sows all of our seed. And what she does is she fills this drum up with seed right here. And there's all these little holes that suck up the seed. And then this drum comes around and it drops the seed into each one of these holes. The plug tray goes through this machine, and then it goes through this machine and it drops what's called vermiculite on top of the seed, which helps us keep a moisture, just the right moisture on top of that seed so it can germinate and turn into the plant. Then it goes through the watering tunnel and gets watered at just the right amount of moisture, and then it heads out into the greenhouse to germinate.
This is our seed house.
Okay, so this is where after the plugs have been sown, they come out here and get sat down on a table. And you can see that there's fin pipe down here, which hot water runs through to keep the soil at the perfect temperature. We use this a lot in the winter when it's really cold to keep our temperature like around 78 degrees in here. So these seeds were sown last week. This is a petunia seed. You can see the plants are just starting to pop up. Right now it takes about 4 weeks to grow a plug from seed to the time it's ready to get planted. So once it gets grown up in here, we'll take it down to the transplanter line and our ladies will transplant it into a finished flat.
This is where they get all their color.
Okay, so this is our biggest section of the greenhouse. Once they get transplanted, they come into here, and this section of our greenhouse is about 9 acres. When they come in here, they can take anywhere from 7 weeks to 4 weeks to grow and get color on them to where we can ship them to the garden centers. Typically the temperature in here is around 70 degrees, and you can see we got lots of color right now. We got lots of baskets in color, so the greenhouse is a little cooler. This is where a lot of things take place. We're watering here every day. We're setting flowers down into here. We're shipping out of here. We're putting down growth regulators and fungicides to keep the plants healthy. Also, this is where when we get the color, we try to ship it out where it has just a little bit of color so everybody at the garden center knows what they're looking at, and then we have the best plants and quality for you guys. But right now it's a little cool outside to where our sales aren't as good as they should be, but we're hoping that that picks up in the next couple weeks and we can ship beautiful flowers to everybody.
Thanks for coming to our greenhouse.